Right then guys, this week we're back at Crowsheath. Linear Fisheries is currently still underwater. I seen a little video last night they posted online. It's pretty savage, pretty severe, and they were feeding the little stockies up on the grassy bank which you'd usually be walking across. It's crazy, the whole place is underwater. I'm about 5 minutes away from Crowsheath. The weather is bang on. When I was here last was a couple of weeks ago. I didn't make it out last week. A couple of reasons. It was -3. So I don't like fishing in -3. It's a little bit uncomfortable. And also I was hanging out my arse, basically. You know, mate's birthday, all that. I was pissed up. Weren't quite feeling it. Not the -3. If it had been better weather, better moon phase, I might have still dragged myself out. But I was really hanging hard, and these hangovers don't get any easier. I'm a bit of an old boy, so I do like a bit of a drink with the old mates. And it was one of my good mates' birthdays. And yeah, a 3-day hangover. That's carnage. That is when you get a bit older, isn't it? Can't deal with it anymore. Anyway, so we skipped last week. We're back on the bank. We're nearly in December. I feel like this could be my best session yet at Crowsheath. Last time I was here, 2 weeks ago, you see me moving about the place like an absolute nutter. Eventually we found a few fish, got a bite, and I feel like I come away conquered. You know. But this week, you know, I think after doing my own work and getting it right and all them moving about last time I was here, I think it could be our best week yet on here. And what keeps me coming back is the elusive 30s that are in here. They're just so elusive. There's only like 8 or 10, but they're real special fish. Now, out of 300 odd carp, 10 30s, it's slim pickings. But you know, you've got the availability of moving about, and you know, in the summer months the place is heaving. And where it's set, Chelmsford, is absolutely beautiful. I love this area. It's just left alone. I mean, where I'm from, Cambridge, I guess it's a bit like London. It's just so built up. It's just crazy. Life moves at a real fast pace where I'm from. So to come out here, it's just so nice. The countryside is beautiful. They've really got it sussed out here in Essex. We made a good hike down. It was a good run, hour and 4 minutes. That's a real good run for us. Means we have to go on the M25 for a short while. I was 25 minutes late leaving again this morning. Got to sort it out really. Getting a bit lazy when we go to Chelmsford, isn't it? So obviously linear's a proper hike, so I'll leave at half 4. But we were here, we missed the morning rush. Hour 4 minutes, good run, feeling good. Just been and got my pasty. Bit of junk food before we get on the bank. I hate getting on the bank starving. So I'm going to munch this, and I'll see you when we get there. Well guys, talk about a bit of fast action. Got a lovely nice little winter common. Nothing massive, only a little old scamp, but still, it's a nice winter fish. And we've only been here, 2 hours? We ain't even had our first update, so I said this is going to be my best session yet. I think I've cracked the code more or less, and I'm not going to get this one up from the cameras. It's probably about £10. Still, you can see it's a beautiful little common, lovely little mouth on it, and yeah, more than happy to get a bend in the rod, considering we're basically in December. Loving it. Right, I'm going to slip this little scamp back, reset that trap, and we'll have our first update in a bit. Right guys, we're losing the light quick. Obviously you can guess I've got a fish. Probably only 4:10, and it's getting dark pretty fast. And I've actually got my first mirror. I told you I got things cracked, and it feels nice, really rewarding. This is already my best session already here, and I only arrived today. 3 fish. This one here, just under £21. Massive tail on it. I thought it was actually a swan gone through my line. I'm looking at it and my line's going, and then the swan had gone, and I thought, what? Ran out, hit into it, and felt resistance. And here we are. Also, I've got a nice big common down there as well in the other retainer. Literally 30 seconds apart the takes. Guess it's just that time of night. This one's going to be lively. Looks like a male fish, real thick and muscly, massive tail on it, and look, we've just got enough light hopefully to see them both. There you go. Awesome. Huge tail on it. Like I say, lighting might not be the best. I ain't got time to refocus the camera because we're really running out of time. Look at that. Awesome. Cutting out to under 21. Have a quick look at the other side. Looks pretty similar, to be honest. There is some lovely scaly mirrors in here. Be nice to get into one of them. So the other one's quite a bit bigger than this. Awesome. There you go, we're losing the light. A few ounces under 21. First mirror, we're off the mark. Right, I'll be back with the second one in just a while. Right then guys, here's the second part. Got a lovely old gnarly common here, just weighed it just over the 23.5 pound mark. And we're going to get her up. So this is actually my biggest fish from the lake so far. But what a cracking winter session, eh? I've only been here 6 hours and I've had 3. Look at that. Definitely got some stories to tell, this one. Big old bulbous head on it. Awesome carp. Fat at the back. I love characters like this. Proper old gnarly common. Loving it. My biggest fish out of Crowsheath. And I was going to say December. Had it in December, but we're just about still in November. I think it's December in 2 days. I'm absolutely loving it. Let's get her up one more time. Come on. Awesome. Both put up a really good fight. To be fair, I was half asleep when it all happened. I just passed out for an hour and I thought the first one was a swan, as I mentioned, and it weren't. Come on, girl. Just tensing. If they're tensing like this, just keep them low to the mat. There you go, look at that. You can just about make her out. Losing the light. Look at that, awesome. 23.5 pound common. Right brute. Properly made up with this one, you know, and I think it's going to be a good session. Awesome. Thank you, gal. Absolutely brilliant. So we can get her around quickly, so we can get a bit of better lighting on her, and we'll slip her straight back. And I've still got 2 rods to reset as well, so we'll get a bit of better light in here. Nah, lighting's pretty much gone either way, isn't it? But oh well. Again, thank you, baby. Lovely long epic winter common. I'm going to slip this baby back, get the rods reset, and we'll have a catch up a bit later on and we stick some grub on. See you in a bit. Good morning, people. You join me on a very breezy late November day. It's the first morning. And about half an hour ago the left hand rod ripped off with a slow steady take and we've got ourselves a lovely winter common. I ended up having 5 fish through the night with the 2 fish that I showed you yesterday before dark. And here's a nice little early morning wake up call. Can't believe it. 6 bites. Only got here yesterday morning this time. 6 bites in 24 hours. To be fair, the conditions are absolutely spot on. It's like 10 out of 10 for carp fishing. You can't get better conditions. She's just tensing up. Just giving her a second. It's a lovely thick set common. Oh, get up. This one over the 24 mark, biggest of the session. Still getting bigger. Come on. Right, old character again. Nice winter colours. Be nice to tap into one of them real big ones. That's what we're here for. To be fair, I could go home now. Very happy guy, but I want to stay and try and get one of them elusive 30s. I feel like I'm getting closer now. 320s this session. Easily my best session here. I think this is my 4th session here. And easily my best. Bit of a parrot mouth this one. Look at that. 24 pound bar of gold. Come on, baby. Get around, so have a quick butch at the other side. This one didn't fight very hard at all actually. It come in like a, thought it was going to be another small one, and it popped up in the clear water. The water is clear here this time of year. I was like, Jesus. She actually looked a lot bigger than she is actually. I'm surprised she's not bigger than this. I really am surprised. I'll get up one more time, show you this side. Nice chestnut, £24 winter common. Clearly got the tactics right. Loving it. Proper old parrot mouth this one. Quality though. Great bit of winter action. Hopefully we'll tap into one of the big ones. But you know what, it don't matter if we don't. I think I've got the code cracked on this session. Me getting down here a couple of weeks back has paid off. All them moves, all that hard graft paid off. Right, I'm going to slip this baby back, reset the rods because I've got no rods in. I've been resting them for about 2 hours. Well, about an hour since I had this fish. So I'm going to rest them for another hour and then get them back out, and we'll catch up when I do. Right guys, the morning time's slipping away. It's about 11:30 now. Thought I'd walk you down to the lonesome rod, just in the next peg up. I'm only right there. But if you've got the space, why not spread them out? No point putting all your eggs in one basket if you don't have to, eh? So this is the rod I actually got bit off by a pike earlier this morning. So I've just reset it and put it back out. This is not only the carp feeding, the pike are going ballistic, and there's a lot of big pike in here. A lot of people come to pike fish here. See all the leaves have been drifting in here. The wind's finally eased off a bit. It's been pushing a strong southwesterly, and the reason why I haven't had the camera on much is because it's been pushing a lot of spray through. It's just spraying the camera, I can't really get no good footage. So it's eased off, look, it's left piles of leaves everywhere, look. And the pike are all in this bay. They're herding the fish up. So yeah, got bit off unfortunately. Just one of them things. I thought it was a take. Yeah, all my line was all shredded and cut. Probably about what, 20 yards out. So lost all the tackle unfortunately. That's a bit of a shit one really. Don't like doing it, but can't be out when the pike are this active. The water's slowly filling up. That's probably got, what, in the last couple of weeks since I've been here, probably what, 7 inches of water, which it needed, so that's good. And you can see I'm up this end. Don't really give you much of a view. Look, as soon as I turn out, look, the spray coming. It is still spraying, but where I am here is pretty sheltered. So absolutely loving life. 6 bites in 24 hours. 2 of the rods are reset. I'm going to reset the third one. I'm going to pull the third one in. Well, it's pulled in, but I was going to change that spots. That's been out in the deep water. I pulled it in, it's all like crappy silt and leaf and detritus. So that's definitely a no-no. Still learning. So that third rod, I baited a little margin spot up, what the bailiff told me about. It done him a £32 common or £31 common a few weeks back. So I'm decided to fish that. I've sprayed probably a couple of tiny handfuls of pellets over it and a tiny handful of maggot, and I'll fish a little maggot rig over that with a small bag I'm not in a hurry to do it because the pellets are still quite hard. I only done it an hour and a half ago. So that's the trick and the plan for that one. Bit of pellet and maggot. On these rods here, I'm just chucking bags of maggot about really. Nothing too technical. Just trying to get it in the right place at the right time. That's obviously paying off. So it looks lovely and carpy this corner. And the weather's going to crash again next week. We're down to -1 again. Don't know if I'll be back out, but I might be back down here. I think I've got to really. See, everything's still flooded out. All the water's running down this little hill. I think I've got to really. I think I've just got to grin and bear the cold weather, innit I mean, I'm getting closer to getting one of them elusive 30s, innit I just want 130 out of here, and oh man, I'll be made up. Job done. Like I say, there ain't many in here, maybe 8 or so if I'm lucky. And this is the other rod. This is set up just outside the bivvy here, look. So we're all properly tucked up and that. Got a nice little big decking area there to land the fish on, which is nice. Just look at this. It's horrible. I've slipped over about 3 times. Nearly slipped into the lake there, look. You can see that little skid right there, look. Whee! I was on my arse, weren't I? The joys of winter fishing, eh? This rod here is obviously set out there near that bush, which is a known spot. And I've actually come to the conclusion that the fish showing there are actually fish probably ditching rigs. Because that's probably one of the only sunken stags. And you know, carp like to ditch rigs. Like that pike's just cut me off. I'm sure that happens to other people leaving live rigs out there. God, it's horrible even talking about it, but it happens. And they've got to get rid of it somehow or another. So that rod there is just off the island. I ain't gone too close because the birds and swans just nail you. And that's brought me a couple of bites, to be honest. So the camera might be getting wet. I apologise for that. I think you can still see clearly through it. But as you can see, it's a beautiful little place to do a little winter campaign. It's nice and quiet. There's only 2 of us on. And it's nice to have something to look at, like an island or something in the winter, rather than just looking into the abyss. Lots of little reedy, good looking corners around here, little deep spots. So buzzing. Right, well, I still haven't had any proper breakfast yet. I've been snacking on crap. So I think it's time to get the old bagels on. Like I say, sorry for the limited recording footage this session, because it's just been spraying and it's been pushing into my bivvy, so I've had to have the door done up. I've had a few PVA issues, if you know what I mean. This misty spray, I mean, it's good for the carp fishing and that, but it can be a bit of a nightmare if you're punching bags about. Right, for now, over and out, and we'll catch up when something carpy happens. We've just managed number 7. Just before we lose the light, I've just reset that trap. It's wet, it's muddy, it's nearly December, I'm still catching carp. Not going to break any records this one, just under £14. Get her up, I've got her on the mat here. Lovely. Little mint, £14 common. Loving it. Got a really good fight, you know. This is the hardest fighting fish I caught this session. Caught much harder than them 20s. So quality. Little wiry male. It's always the way, isn't it? Well, I'm going to slip this one back. It's going to be dark in the next 10 minutes. So yeah, might have a bit of a catch up bit later on in the bivvy to get the lights on and get some food on. If not, I'll see you in the night with another carp, hopefully. Do you know what, guys? Just sitting here, beautiful and warm, 12 degrees, and I'm just looking at them rods, and I just really had the sudden urge to think about fishing for a 40-pounder. I don't know what come over me. Literally, I just wish right now I was fishing for 40-pounders. I don't know why. I literally don't know why. It's just bizarre. This crazy thought just come into my head, and I just looking at these rods and looking at that willow over at the island, and I wish I was fishing a nice, tricky water with some big 40s and 50s in. Most of the lakes are flooded across England. This one isn't. Don't get me wrong, still some cracking looking 30s in here. But just look how nice it looks out there. The warmest wind ever. You can see the wind trickling in here. The southwesterly, and it's just so warm. I can't believe we're basically in December. It's going to be freezing next week, so this really is a rare one. And I thought I'd just fill you in where my head's at. I just wish I was fishing for 40s and 50s right now with how them rods are set, and just how well I'm fishing, and just how confident I am. So look, it's basically dark. 10 minutes that'll be black out there. Rods are still set from earlier, and I think I'm going to be dreaming about that big 40-pound big plated at Linear. The second I'm able to get back there when them floods go down, you can guarantee I'll be there on the open day, back in the rat race, looking for a good peg. Come on Linear, sort them lakes out, and hopefully I'll be back on the bank there before Christmas. Right, catch you in a bit. I'm going to enjoy my hot chocolate. Again, if anything carpy happens, we'll catch up then. Good morning people. Boy did the heavens open last night. The puddles. I actually thought I was going to wake up this morning and be underwater, to be perfectly honest. It tipped it down. Puddles there actually as well. It come down hard, and because I'm on the bottom of a slight slope, I was thinking the worst, to be honest. It just went hard for what, 17 hours solid. Stopped about an hour ago now. The sun just popped out for a second. That won't be there long. So I thought we'd have a bit of recording and enjoy it for a split second. Yeah, only one more fish to report last night. Probably about 21, 22 pounds. Didn't get no footage, it was absolutely booting down. So my jacket got absolutely drenched. So I had to slip that off, ain't been able to wear that again. Got a spare one in the van if needed be, but we'll ride it out, eh? So yeah, another nice common, actually probably the nicest common I've had from here. The best looking, best shape, perfect shoulders, real thick set fish. Oh, I've just seen some bubbles coming up from, see that down there on the edge? I'm sure it might have been a little pike. Yeah, probably the nicest looking common I've had since I've been here, like perfect wise. But it was just coming down so hard, and it was probably what, 7:30 last night. There's no way I'm retaining the fish all night, do you know what I mean? So other than that, really good session. It's still only what, 8 o'clock, 10 past 8. No, sorry, we're 8:45. Bloody hell, Jesus. It's been a good session. 8 bites. Just goes to show you that first trip down in the winter when I come down a couple of weeks back, and 4 moves paid off. Just think, if I hadn't have been made that last 4th move and got round here for 4 hours, 1, I would have blanked that session and been absolutely disheartened on that moon phase, and 2, I just wouldn't have found the fish, and I'd have gone home thinking the whole place had completely shut down, when it turns out they're still willing to have a little feed. Don't get me wrong, the temperatures have been perfect and spot on. Rainy, it's been absolutely perfect for carp fishing. So just goes to show you though, you've got to just keep plugging through. And look, I've had an absolute super session, 4 20s and then 4 doubles. Anyone would be happy with that, considering we're in December. Is it tomorrow or the next day? Either way, we're more or less December. It'll be Christmas in a few weeks, put it that way. So buzz in. I'll have a little tidy up in here now, get the kettle on, get the brews rolling through, get warmed up, and have a little tidy up. We might stick it out for the day, who knows, depending on the weather. Still got a little rod down there, look. Just see it just glinting down there. They're all still set. So yeah, loving it. if I do come back next week, I'll be coming back with a mate. He's coming down for the night to pike fish and carp fish, and I think I'll be doing the same. I think I'll have 2 out for the carp, 1 out for the pike. The pike have been going ballistic this session, and there's some absolute crocodiles in here. So believe it or not, guys, I actually love my pike fishing, but I only do it really in January and February usually. But we might dink one out, who knows. Right, so brew time, and we'll catch up shortly. Look at that, guys. I've actually sneaked right up on this deer. I can't believe I got this close. I'm going to just keep walking forward. It's a bit unlevel and big boggy where I am, so I don't know how close he's going to let me get. There he is. He's seen me. He's off. I love deer. If you guys follow, they're my favourite animal. I absolutely adore them. So much I've been asking the missus to get one for the back garden. But he's just looking at me now, look. There he goes, look, he's off into the bush. Look at him looking. He can hear me. I don't think he can see me. I'm all greened up, ain't I? I've even got a hat on. Bless him. What a beautiful animal. Look at the size of that. That's bigger than a heron. I've seen little white ones of them, but they're not as big as that. I think they're called like egrets or something. I don't know if you can see that guy in the distance. He's huge. He's about a foot taller than a heron. Colossal. Well, as you can see down there, just pinched one. Real unexpected bite. Sun was out for a little while. It's looking a bit bleak again now. About 10:30. And we got some grub on. If I didn't burn my bagels, let me just put out of there. There we go. Don't mind, don't. Flip that over quickly and we'll be back on track. They're all sticky. Yeah, a bit of grub. Warm me back up. Bacon, eggs and mushrooms. And some bagels. That'll sort me right out. Look, there's that guy that is on the move again now, look. Honestly, the guy is a beast. He must be 4 foot tall. I mean, guys, you know how big a heron is, right? He's at least nearly a foot taller. So, yeah, they've got the reservoir behind us, all the bird life on it. That's probably why he's here. Come to check the place out, isn't he? But yeah, we've got one down there in the retainer. I'm going to finish eating this, and we'll catch up shortly. Well, guys, it's currently just started to rain. We've got everything packed up just in time. It's all under the shelter on the trolley, and we've got some nasty weather coming in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to call it a day. It's about 12 o'clock now. So I just had to rush and get everything coming in. It's coming in pretty bad, the weather. So I'm going to call it a session and just get this little one up for you. Just over £16. Beautiful little clean coming. I think it's a great way to end this crazy but beautiful winter session. I've currently got no socks on, just in my flip-flops. That's how hot it is. I'm actually sweating right now. It's 14 degrees. And we're nearly in December, but next week we'll be back to normal and be back to -1. And yeah, like I say, it just come down so hard last night, all night. I'm glad I didn't get any more bites. Just going to keep this one low to the mat. So a bit of a funny story actually. Last night it was raining so hard, I looked down and seen a little field mouse in the bivvy. I thought, you know what, I'll give this guy a break. And being it was raining cats and dogs outside, and do you know what the guy did? Completely shat everywhere. Shat in my pan, shut in my frying pan, or my spoon, believe it or not. I'm surprised he didn't crawl in my cup and crap in that as well. Complete disrespect. Won't be letting him in again, you know. Thought I'd give him the benefit of the doubt this time. Means he's only a little field mouse or little vole or something. Little cute guy. Complete disrespect, didn't he? But either way, I think this is a great way to end. I'm actually coming back next week, and I'm going to be with one of my pals, and he's a pike angler. The pike are really active in here, and there's 3 over my PB in here. My PB's £19, and that was like 8 years ago. So I've never had a pike on it. Oh, I have actually when I was carp fishing at Sandhurst, but never fished for pike. So I'm still going to be fishing for carp on both the rods that have done the bites this session. But on the stray rod, I'm just going to be messing about during the day, doing a bit of pike fishing. If there's a PB to go at, you got to do it, ain't you? Well, look at this one. It's a beautiful little clean common, just over £16. It's a great way to finish this, and it's a great send off. And I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Keep following, keep watching. You never know when we'll show up next. I've got a couple of little treats up in line, so like I say, keep following along, and we'll see you on the next one.